What's your purpose in life? Well, if it's to pass butter, you're in luck. Keeping cold butter on the counter for an hour to reach room temperature isn't exactly ideal when you're pressed for time. So we've put together 5 simple and effective ways to soften up your cold butter in seconds, so you can be that dining room rock star that you always wanted to be. To shorten the softening process, especially when you only have ice-cold butter, try grating it with a cheese grater for mixable, spreadable butter in a pinch. It's a great way to butter toast without tearing the bread to pieces as well. If you cut a stick of cold butter into smaller slices or chunks, it'll soften much quicker at room temperature than a whole stick, much similar to grating would. And if you need a specific amount, just use the measurements that are on the wrapper as a guide. To speed up the process of softening butter, place the wrapped stick of butter between pieces of parchment or wax paper, and then pound it down several times on each side with a rolling pin or meat pounder. This is going to partially flatten the butter and soften the butter to room temperature within minutes. The hot glass over cold butter trick is yet another way to quickly soften a stick. Heat a glass of water in the microwave, pour out the hot water and cover the butter with the same glass. The heat and steam from the glass will gently warm the butter to buttery perfection. Just keep an eye on it so the butter doesn't start to melt. Now this might sound pretty obvious to you, but microwaving your butter is a pretty effective method, especially when softening it to use as a spread. The trick here is to place the butter in a microwave-safe dish and microwave it at only 30% power, or you can run defrost mode for 15 seconds. Check the consistency of the butter and if necessary, flip it over and repeat. If using this method for baking, make sure the butter doesn't start to melt, since this would be too soft for baking recipes such as cookies, cakes, or quick breads that call for softened butter. Softened butter is ready to use when it still holds its shape but easily dents when pressed on. If your butter begins to actually melt during any of these methods, use it for another purpose and soften a new stick. If your butter starts getting too soft but it's not quite yet melted, place it back in the refrigerator for a few minutes to prevent it from melting before you're ready to use it. I hope you enjoyed our quick and simple butter melting tricks. If you have any additional methods that you want to share in the comments with us, please do, and share them with everyone else as well. Please hit that subscribe button for more quick and simple videos just like this. We'll see you next time.